The 2016 United States presidential election debates were a series of debates held for the 2016 U.S. presidential general election. The Commission on Presidential Debates, CPD, a bipartisan organization formed in 1987, organized 3 debates among the major presidential candidates. The first presidential debate for the 2016 election took place on September 26, 2016, and set the record as the most-watched debate in American history, with 84 million viewers. The only vice presidential debate was held on October 4. The second presidential debate took place on October 9, and the final debate took place on October 19. All CPD debates occurred from approximately 9 p.m. to 10:30 p.m. EDT. Only the Democratic nominee Hillary Clinton and the Republican nominee Donald Trump met the criteria for inclusion in the debates, and thus were the only 2 to appear in the debates. Hillary Clinton was considered to have won all 3 presidential debates in scientific opinion polls of likely voters. Despite this, Donald Trump won the presidential election held on November 8. Debate organizers. The Commission on Presidential Debates stipulates 3 criteria for eligibility for the presidential debates: constitutional eligibility to serve as president, appearance on enough ballots to potentially reach 270 electoral votes, and an average at least 15% on 5 selected national polls. On August 15, the CPD announced that it would use the most recent CBS, New York Times, Fox News, CNN, Opinion Research Corporation, NBC, Wall Street Journal, and ABC, Washington Post polls for the debate criteria, and that candidates must be at an average of 15% in these polls. On September 16, the Commission announced the official invitation of both Clinton and Trump to participate in the first debate to be held on September 26 at Hofstra University. But Johnson and Stein did not meet the established criteria, and would not be participants in the debate. Topics addressed and not addressed. Over the combined 6 hours of debate time at the 3 presidential debates and 1 vice presidential debate, the issues most raised in moderators' questions was the Syrian civil war, 6 questions, and terrorism, 4 questions. The debate moderators failed to ask a question about climate change at any of the 3 debates. On national security issues, the sole mention of Afghanistan, the U.S.'s longest-running war, came in a mention by Clinton in response to a question about NATO in the first debate. On foreign policy, a number of issues were not addressed by any candidate or moderator, including Africa, U.S. Cuba relations, China's 9-dash line, South America, Egypt, and drone warfare. On domestic policy, issues that neither candidate mentioned in any debate include universal pre-kindergarten, affirmative action, the death penalty, the NSA, the Patriot Act, marijuana, charter schools, and DACA or the Dreamers. On economic issues, issues that neither candidate mentioned in any debate include budget sequestration, the capital gains tax, paid leave, oil drilling and fracking, pensions, and labor unions. Speaking time. At the first presidential debate, Trump spoke for 45 minutes and 3 seconds. Clinton spoke for 41 minutes and 50 seconds. At the second presidential debate, Trump spoke for 40 minutes and 10 seconds. Clinton spoke for 39 minutes and 5 seconds. At the third presidential debate, Clinton spoke for 41 minutes and 46 seconds. Trump spoke for 35 minutes and 41 seconds. Polling. The following polls were conducted prior to each of the respective debates, and determined the candidates who participated in each debate. Candidates in green participated in the debate, while those in red were excluded. Italics denotes the leading candidate in the respective poll. First presidential debate. Second presidential debate. Third presidential debate. Debate list. Note: all CPD debates, including the vice presidential debate, ran from 9:00 p.m. to 10:30 p.m. Eastern Time. First presidential debate, Hofstra University. The first debate took place on Monday, September 26, at New York's Hofstra University, moderated by Lester Holt of NBC. It was originally scheduled to take place at Wright State University, but the venue was changed due to security and financial concerns. Format. The first presidential debate was divided into 6 segments, each of approximately 15 minutes in length, with the moderator introducing a topic and giving each candidate 2 minutes, followed by approximately 8 minutes and 45 seconds of facilitated discussion between the two candidates, with both candidates receiving approximately equal time. The questions discussed during the 90 minutes were at the sole discretion of the moderator, and were not shared beforehand with the commission or with either campaign. Each candidate spoke in front of a podium. Besides applause at the beginning and end of the debate, there was no audience participation allowed, but sporadic applause occurred at various points throughout the 90 minutes. The segments were on the economy and job creation, trade, the federal deficit, race relations and policing, the war on terror, the foreign policy of the United States, and each candidate's experience in the political and business realm. Reception. Writing on September 28, 538 found that every scientific poll so far suggests that voters thought Hillary Clinton performed better than Donald Trump in the debate. A panel of Los Angeles Times analysts consisting of Doyle McManus and 2 others found that Clinton won all 6 of the debate segments. Moderation. The performance of Lester Holt as moderator of the debate received mixed reactions, with political critics stating that Holt struggled to keep control of the debate, and although he challenged both candidates, Holt's repeated attempts to get the candidates to adhere to the time restrictions were ignored. Michael M. Greenbaum of the New York Times described Holt's performance by stating, "He was silent for minutes at a time, allowing Hillary Clinton and Donald J. Trump to joust and bicker between themselves, and sometimes talk right over him," prompting some viewers to wonder if Mr. Holt had left the building. Quote, he continued, "Being less conspicuous often means attracting less criticism, and Mr. Holt's conservative approach seemed designed to avoid the opprobrium that befell his NBC colleague, Matt Lauer, whose performance at a forum this month was widely panned after he repeatedly interrupted Mrs. Clinton and failed to challenge Mr. Trump." Quote. Viewership. The debate set the record as the most-watched debate in television history, with 84 million viewers across the 13 channels that carried it live and were counted by Nielsen, surpassing the previous record of 86 million viewers set by the debate between Jimmy Carter and Ronald Reagan in 1980. These numbers do not account for the millions of viewers who watched the debates online and the people who watched the debate at parties, bars, restaurants, and offices. Vice Presidential Debate, Longwood University. The vice presidential debate took place on Tuesday, October 4, at Virginia's Longwood University, moderated by Elaine Quijano of CBS. Format. The candidates were seated at a table with Quijano. The debate consisted of 9 segments, each 10 minutes in length. Both candidates were given 2 minutes to respond to questions, with the remaining time used for a deeper discussion of the topic. Quijano asked questions about Donald Trump's temperament, the economy, Social Security, police and race relations, nuclear weapons, abortion and religious faith. Reception. A CNN Instant poll found that 48% of viewers believed Pence had won while 42% thought Kaine won. 2 hours before the debate took place, the website of the Republican National Committee declared Pence the clear winner, writing, "During the debate we helped fact-check and monitor the conversation in real time at GOP." The Post went on to say that his strong points concerned the economy and Clinton's alleged scandals. The Post was removed prior to the start of the debate, but not before getting widespread press and social media attention. Rachel Maddow of MSNBC said that the debate was occasionally incomprehensible due to the number of times that the candidates interrupted each other. Moderation. Elaine Quijano moderated and thereby became the first Asian American to moderate a U.S. debate for national elected office in the general election. Viewership. According to Nielsen, the 4 broadcast networks and the 3 largest cable news channels averaged around 36 million viewers. Second presidential debate, Washington University in St. Louis. Format. The debate was conducted in a town meeting format on Sunday, October 9th, with an audience of uncommitted voters selected by the Gallup organization. Candidates had 2 minutes to respond with an additional minute for the moderator to facilitate further discussion. Content. Patrice Brock. The last presidential debate could have been rated as MA. Mature audiences per TV parental guidelines. Knowing that educators assign viewing the presidential debates as students. Homework. Do you feel you are modeling appropriate and positive behavior for today? As youth. Quote. Ken Karpovitz. The Affordable Care Act, known as Obamacare. It is not affordable. Premiums have gone up. Deductibles have gone up. Copays has gone up. Prescriptions have gone up and the coverage has gone down. What will you do to bring the cost down and make coverage better? Quote. Ghorba Hamid. There are 3 million Muslims in the United States and I'm one of them. They mentioned working with Muslim nations. But with Islamophobia on the rise, how will you help people like me deal with the consequences of being labeled as a threat to the country after the election is over? Quote. Spencer Moss. What specific tax provisions will you change to ensure the wealthiest Americans pay their fair share in taxes? Quote. James Carter. Do you believe you can be a devoted president to all the people in the United States? Quote. Beth Miller. Perhaps the most important aspect of this election is the Supreme Court justice. What would you prioritize as the most important aspect of selecting a Supreme Court justice? Quote. Ken Bone. What steps will your energy policy take to meet our energy needs, while at the same time remaining environmentally friendly and minimizing job loss for fossil power plant workers? Quote. Carl Becker. Regardless of the current rhetoric, would either of you name one positive thing that you respect in one another? Quote. The first portion of the content was dominated by discussion of a tape of Trump making lewd comments about women to Billy Bush, which had been leaked 2 days earlier. Trump attempted to deflect criticism by making counter-accusations of sexual misconduct against Bill Clinton. Trump had invited 4 people who had accused Bill Clinton of sexual assault to a press conference prior to the debate. Moderation. Reception. A Politico Morning Consult poll showed that 42% of respondents considered Clinton the winner of the debate, while 28% considered Trump the winner, and a slightly higher percentage were undecided. Trump's claim that he won the second debate with Hillary Clinton in a landslide in every poll was found to be false by PolitiFact, which noted that, not only did Trump not win by a landslide margin, he didn't win any of the polls at all. Questioner Kenneth Bond, a power plant operator from Illinois, had a media presence and became an internet meme in the days following the debate. His rise to popularity was due to his name, his appearance, specifically his red sweater, and his use of a disposable camera prior to and after the debate. Viewership. According to Nielsen, approximately 66.5 million people watched the second presidential debate on television across 11 networks. Third presidential debate, University of Nevada, Las Vegas. The third debate took place on Wednesday, October 19, at 6 p.m. PDT at Nevada's UNLV campus. Format. The format mirrored that of the first debate. 90 minutes divided into 6 topical segments of approximately 15 minutes each. The moderator began each segment with a question and gave each candidate 2 minutes, followed by facilitated discussion between the two candidates, with each receiving approximately equal time. Questions were at the sole discretion of the moderator. Each candidate was stationed at a podium. Audience participation was confined to applause at the beginning and end of the debate. Moderation. The topics, announced in advance of the debate, were debt and entitlements, immigration, economy, Supreme Court, foreign hotspots, and fitness to be president. Reception. A Morning Consult Politico poll found that 43% of respondents considered Clinton the winner of the debate, with 26% saying Trump. Donald Trump's use of the phrases "bad hombres" and "nasty woman" spurred massive viral backlash. An Associated Press GFK poll, which asked respondents about the candidates' performance in all 3 debates, found that 69% thought that Clinton performed better while 29% thought that Trump did. Viewership. According to Nielsen, approximately 71.6 million people watched the third presidential debate on television across 13 networks.